And how can I take it as Atma? Because anything Anatma is shining after Atma. Now how can I say this is Atma? Okay. Alright, why not we say that? That means each one is one Atma. I am Anatma to you. For me, your body is Anatma. For you, so this body is Anatma. Why not? For me, that is Anatma, this is Anatma. Therefore, Atma is Anatma, Anatma is Atma. Why not? I don't want to confuse you too much, but then it's okay. The morning a little bit is okay. So Atma and Anatma. So don't think too much, okay? So now this is, but means this both Atma and Anatma. This is that means now after study I become more confused. Previously at least I thought body is me and I went about, and so now kya baat hai? Now it's a confusion. It's called the crisis of self-identity. That's how people become nuts and tell you. So the crisis of self-identity now. Look, this physical body is to be included in the physical world because it is physical. You see this body. Not only you see this body, I also see this body. In fact, the body exists healthy because I know it. The body exists here, not elsewhere, because I know it. Body deho na janati. The body itself does not say that I am at place P and time. No. So you are the one who says, who placed the body. You place the body at this place, on this chair. And take this body out too. Come on, let's go. And then when you go, you use this body. You handle this body. Sometimes you mishandle this body, abuse this body. And others also handle your body and mishandle too. And therefore, this is a handled body by you and others. And so, I cannot say the body is I. That I have I sense is true. That only proves another point. We should know that proves another point. So that means the I sense I may have in this body. So which proves a point that I may have a special relationship with this body, which permits me to use the word I for this body. Sometimes I use the word I, sometimes I use the word what? What? I? No, I is Atma. Sometimes I use the word I, sometimes I use the word my. Don't I? I say this is my body. Yeah. So, mamatvena grihyate means mama vishayataya sashti. It is taken as an object that is owned by me. I have a sense of ownership with this body. I say, this is my body, don't do anything with this. Watch out. This is my body. So this is my body, that is my sense is there. And that means you have a special relationship with this body. And I want you to have, as it hold a special relationship. Because otherwise it becomes my responsibility. And therefore, have your body. It is your body. Take care of it. Please, take care of it. But don't tell me, body is me. Because you can't be the owner and the owned both. You know, you can't be the owner and the owned also. You are the owner of something else which you own. And so, let us say, the body is an object, anatma, like everything else is known to you. I told that. Anything else that is known to exist is what? Anatma. How it is known to exist? By a means of knowledge. It is physical body also is known to exist for you. For the Atma, you. It is known to exist in this condition, healthy condition, as a male, as a female, as unhealthy, as fat, as tall, as short, as white, as black, or whatever. So this body is known to exist in that form. And if it has got any illness, you are able to report about that. And therefore, it is through a pramana it is established that there is a body, through a means of knowledge only. And there is an Atma behind it. And therefore, body becomes what? Anatma. We will put it here now. Then look. Then afterwards, then there is prana. I am hungry. They are called koshas in Sanskrit. So technically we call it koshas, pancha koshas, etc. You don't bother about. So prana, the same. Prana means what? Prana, I am hungry. I am thirsty. I will ask you, how do you know that there is hunger? Does the hunger reveal itself? Apne aap? Does it reveal itself? Its existence? Is it self-evident? No. You have to be aware of. That is why in the night, that is why you have breakfast. You know why you have breakfast? Because you fast. You have to break the fast. Because you fasted, therefore you have breakfast. When did you fast? When was that fasting, I would like to know. When was that? In the night. You know, the night. Because suppose I were awake in the night, I would have had another 2 meals, you know. And therefore, you did fast. That's why this is called breakfast. So you did fast. Why did you fast? Because you were not aware of your hunger or thirst. Thank God. So the stomach may be hungry. Out of hunger, you are tired and you go to sleep, and afterwards there is no hunger, there is no thirst once you have gone to sleep. Out of sheer hunger, you are tired and you couldn't do anything. You just lie down and close your eyes and went to sleep. No hunger, no thirst. In the sense, you are not, that there is hunger is not something self-proven existence. It is something known to you, that you are hungry, that there is hunger, that there is thirst. It is known to you, and therefore I will call it as what? Anatma or Atma? Call it Anatma. I'll bring it here. Prana. Okay? Then we have, what we have? Senses. Blindness. When the eyes are blind, nobody says the eyes are blind, I am fine. No. Everybody has the feeling, eye sense is there, I am blind. True? True, is it true? If the blindness is eye, I will never be able to know that the eyes are blind. The very fact I know the eyes are blind, they are also what? Anatma. All of them. The eyes are blind, the ears don't hear, the nose is blocked, the tongue is furred, doesn't taste anything. So then there is no sensation in this body. All the 5 senses. So here in my hand there is no sensation. Anything happens, nothing happens to me at all. And thus you can say all the 5 senses. So their conditions are known to you, and therefore they become anatma. Bah. That's easy, so far easy. Therefore Atma is what? The mind. We can very safely say Atma is mind. Mind means what? I told you threefold activity. Suppose an emotion is mind. The emotion is, the emotional mind is there, and I am that emotion. So the mind is loving. I am loving. If love is I, then I will always be love. Love is I will always be love. But then, so there's, perhaps I am love. That's a thing to be discovered anyway. But as I know, all that I see is now love, now hatred, now dislike, now indifference. Thus I find there are varieties of emotions because of my own attitudes towards things. There are varieties of emotions. They keep on changing. The condition of the mind, sankalpa vikalpas, what we call the restlessness of the mind. If it is restless, and I know it is a restless mind, I seek peace. I want some truce with the world so that I can enjoy some peace. I don't want to have this war of conflicts. So I want to resolve the conflicts necessarily because I recognize a conflict. I recognize a restless mind, a sad mind, and therefore the restlessness is not totally unknown. It is known. It is not self-proven. It is known to you. That is why you can dismiss it also. You can work for the absence of it also. Whether you are able to achieve it or not, you can work for the absence of what is seen in the mind. Naturally, the mind cannot be considered, so the restless mind, the emotional mind is not I. Okay, but there is I sense all right, because there is an association, and therefore I sense my mind all right. My mind is restless, okay, that is fine, but then I mind is not true. Then again, so a given thought cannot be I, because before the thought I am, after the thought I am. If thought is I will be stuck with the thought as long as I am alive. And so thought is gone, I survive a thought. And therefore any condition of mind cannot be I. It is for me happening now. Now it's different. Now it's different. I remain the same. And therefore the mind is not I. It is also pramana siddha. It is also something that is not self-evident. It is evident to the self. By a means of knowledge, it is evident to the self. And therefore, the mind is not I, then other mind. Knowing mind also. The knowing mind is operated by you. If there is knowledge, you are aware of the knowledge too. And therefore, knowledge does not prove itself. So this is me, it is not self-existent. That is also, that the Swami is standing, is a piece of knowledge. So that you have this knowledge is a fact known to you, Atma. And therefore, that you know, you know. And therefore I can't say knowledge is I. Knowing mind is I. Nor recollection is I. Because like any other thing, recollection also is something that you can bring back what you had gone through, stored up in your memories. You can bring it to the mental screen and see what's happening there. And therefore, recollection is not I. You were there before you collected them, okay? And you collected them, stored them, and bring them back, sometimes not so efficiently. Bring them back and see them, and therefore, mind is not, recollection is not I, and all the three of them definitely are not self-proven. They have to be known to exist. Suppose I ask you, do you remember seeing this man? I ask, do you remember seeing this man? The other day we met him in McDonald's. Do you remember seeing this man? He said, no, I don't remember. Hey, you remember, we saw him. Don't you remember? Then you begin to say, I don't think I remember. Then afterwards you say, I think I remember. Then afterwards something comes up. It takes some time. For the computer to work, it takes some time. And so, that's why it's called floppy disk. And so, sometimes it's floppy. And so, necessarily, the mind, the recollection is not I, it is not self-proven. Understand this self-proven and not self-proven. That is the whole argument. And therefore, the mind comes here. Then what? Ignorance also is not self-proven. Ignorance is not self-proven. Because you say, do you know this? I don't know. How do you know? Well, I know. What do you know? That I don't know about this, I know very well. Do you know Chinese language? I don't know. How do you know that you don't know Chinese language? I don't know. Because I know. What do you know? that I don't know. It's very, very well known to me. And therefore, ignorance is also here. Now look. Now here, it's very interesting. Atma is saying, I am fat, I am hungry, I am blind, I am restless, I am knowledgeable, I am sad and failure, I'm a failure, I'm a tragedy. That's all memories. You know, some people have got good memories. And memories of all the failures correctly. There are 100 successes every day. Every time you cross the road, it is success. Every time you lift your hand, it is success. One day it doesn't lift, I tell you. So every time you lift your hand is success. Every time you open your mouth, the jaws are not locked, it is success. And so, every time you eat the food, it gets digested, it is success. So there are, every day your story is a story of success. But then we are so uncanny in remembering all our failures, cataloging them. And then this is what they call a particular thinking it is. And the thinking is just to condemn yourself, you have got a thinking. How to condemn myself? You have got cleanly catalogued, nicely listed, 1, 2, 3. In my first exam, I failed. Then afterwards I attempted, I failed. There are so many other, in between he had lot of successes. He doesn't remember that. I failed. I started the business, I failed. Then I started this relationship, I failed. Then afterwards I went to study, then again I failed. Then afterwards, so I got married, so this is, of course I can say is very successful. But then, again you remember all other problems, and therefore failure. I have failed. Thus, in fact, if you pick up your failures, I list them, they are purely 10 or 15, which are really remarkable, 10 or 15. You pick up your success, by God, you can't complete them. The list you cannot complete because I told you, when you breathe in and if you breathe out, it is success. And after breathing out, again you breathe in is another success. Suppose you breathe out and the breath says bye-bye, goes away. And well, therefore, so the story of success is endless. And the story of failures is very, very short. But then we are very good in remembering them. And not only we are good remembering them, we are good in not remembering all others' successes. And not only that, we are very good in making those failures which we remember as ourselves. That is a conclusion. That's a conclusion, sir. They are not ourselves. I had gone through a number of things, and these few make me. They make me. These failures make me.